doing this film in high definition of all these models to sort of sell the system. And I said to the...
I remember that.
You remember those days, yeah? And I said to the makeup man, I said, now I do want to know what time, how long you'll take to make up the girls. He said, oh, I can't tell you. I said, it's ridiculous. I said, look, I'm trying to make arrangements, and I've got to know, you're a professional makeup man, how long will it take you to make up the girls? And he said, make up the girls, I can't tell you. I said, you can't tell me, it's ridiculous. How long will it take to make up the girls? He said, I haven't seen the girls. Reasonable, yes. I mean, you knew what he was talking about.
Yes, yes.
Now, I'm going to sing this song before the members of the choir get going. They're going to outpace me, I'm sure.
Right. A bit of eyeshadow.
A bit of eyeshadow, you think? Yes. Anyway, it goes like this. Holy night, silent night, all is still, all is bright. See in young manger, mother and child, happy infant, so quiet and mild. Christ the Saviour is born. Christ the Saviour is born. That's about all you get. Now, come on, you're going to return, Rick, with a little short version.
You do realise
No, I don't.
A terrible bed tonight. When you get up there, and she says, what was that song you were singing? You've got a lot to answer for.
I know, yes.
John is going to sing in the deep midwinter.
Oh, good.
In the deep midwinter, frosty winds made moan. Off stood hard as iron, water like a storm. Snow had fallen, snow on snow, snow on snow. In the deep midwinter, long ago.
Very nice.
Yes, very nice.
That was excellent.
Yeah, it's excellent.
I wish I did here, but I
It's all
haven't got
gone
it.
very
I
quiet.
had a lovely little poem, quite long, about 6 verses of the old days, and I haven't got it on there.
Well, I'll do that very short poem you've already heard. It goes like this. It's about old age. Old age. And it goes, I'm accustomed to my glasses. To my false teeth, I'm inured. I have learned to live. I've mucked it. With my false teeth, I'm resigned. I have learned to live with deafness. But how I miss my mind. It's very true, how I miss my mind.
Yes. Terrible.
Well, you do pretty well without it, mate, that's all I can say.
He needs to practice it regularly, you know.
It's something to do
I'm
with
thinking
losing
of
the
the tuba
mind.
tuba. It took you 2 days to get the hang of that.
Yes, that's right.
You do need lots of practice.
Tuba.
So we stayed at, you've probably heard the story, we were all together on holiday in Zululand, and we went to a funny little town, Zulu town, called Tuba, which starts with an M, you know, like they do, and it took Walter 2 days of solid practice to be able to say tuba with confidence. Over and over and over, said tuba.
But you've forgotten, Stuart, because I had there a beautiful suit I was going to buy in the Tuba.
To my chagrin, I stopped him buying this bloody suit in this one-horse store, wasn't it? He said, I found this wonderful suit. I said, Walter, you've got to be joking. You can't be serious about it. And you didn't buy it in the end, did you? You should have.
No,
done,
he
really.
talked me out of it. It was pink. It was.
Can you just imagine what it was like?
Didn't have horse. No, it's camel dung they put over things, isn't it nowadays? Or elephant? No, elephant. Sorry.
Elephant,
Yeah.
really? Didn't know about
That's
that.
considered to be the latest in.
What are you shooting? What?
Well, I'm shooting you at the moment. But Walter.
Why not shoot the other end of the table?
Well, I've already shot that lot,
Have you?
but there's not a lot going on down there at the moment.
Well, Max will talk. He's never stopped.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking, I don't know what I can say. I'm very, very pleased to see such a wonderful crowd here tonight. In other words, I'm pleased to see such a dense crowd.
Oh,
And therefore, it's
Some of
very
us aren't
much
so
up to
dense.
me to say a few words on this suspicious occasion. I would like to say that we now have 2 Maxes, not one, but
Yeah.
just two.
Give us a
Two,
shot
two,
of this
two.
other splendid Max. Look at
And
this.
this look, here he is, I'm not to see him. This is
Max, look at the
Max
camera.
number
There we
2.
are, boy. Oh, what a face you've got.
lovely smile, isn't it?
Yes,
He's got a
Those
wonderful
red
face.
cheeks.
We're going in for a BCU.
BCU of young Max.
See you.
There we are, boy. Oh, goodness me. Yes. Yes, that's right.
There he is, there he is.
There we They've got the same hairdo. Same hair.
Same
The
hairstyle.
same barbers as the old man. Don't I? You got the same barber as me, don't you? Yes, he's a grand fellow, Max too,
Max number
and I
2.
hope he sees to have a very happy life.
Yeah.
He's laughing, look.
Yes, it's terrible to be Max, isn't it?
He's
Yes, well there it is. We got this
Pretty
Max
happy
that's a
about it.
second now. And I must say, Sir Walter Kemper's done very well on this lovely occasion. And it's very nice to see all these people that I knew 25 years ago. And it's lovely to meet you all, and God bless you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Max. That's very sweet of you.
Yeah, give me that one.
Oh, they burned off. It's very damn good.
Very good.
It's all clear.
That's the best one I've seen.
Yeah, that's very
Stick it on there, Will.
That's the thing is absolutely.
Yes.
That's a very good one, Walter.
1, 2, 3. Come on, Rosie, help me.
No, don't blow it out.
Blow it, well, Walter, it'll get worse if you blow on it. Let Rosie blow on it.
No, don't blow
They
it.
all blow up like that, you see.
Let's go out.
It's got to burn itself off, hasn't it, really?
It should actually, should let it
Think of
go.
all the alcohol that's been burned off. I don't like that.
It's half a bottle of whiskey, is it, Walter, or brandy?
It's got quite a lot of whiskey and brandy. Right.
Rosie's eyes she looked like a devil with her burning bright there in the infrared lighting. Amazing.
It really makes the eyes,
Yes.
it makes the eyes go
Yes.
very bright.
I just can hardly believe
The
it.
devil
All that
does
stuff
it
in
like-
that little box.
We're still
No, wait a
filming.
minute.
No, don't.
No, we're still filming.
No, Walter can switch it on if he wants to.
I've never seen
Yeah.
a pudding go
That
like
will
that.
shake
Very
the-
good.
shake the thing.
That's interesting, Stuart. When you switch it on, it goes back to sort of normal.
Does it really?
Yeah,
It stops being infrared.
Stops
Now,
being
Rosie, we've got to
infrared,
put a bit of whiskey in this.
Presumably, Rod, it's sending its own
No,
light.
don't
Yes.
give him a cuss.
Yeah.
It must be an infrared sauce in there.
He sent me a pair of socks or something. Last
No,
Christmas.
you didn't. Okay.
With Sir Max
Every time you
written
go
on it.
in, think and don't say no.
But unfortunately, it wouldn't go through the pillar box, so there's a
Can I-
little note.
can I
Please
have
call the
one?
post
Yeah,
office, a
okay.
small parcel for you, see.
Do you think anyone will
So when I went there,
yes,
I said, have you got any anything from Kemp?
Yeah,
I didn't say Max Kemp. I said, have you got the Kemp parcel, small parcel? And she brought this thing over with Sir Max written on it, you see. And she said, quite seriously, I didn't know you were titled. Of course, I should have almost
Yes,
carried it
of
on,
course.
you know.
Yes.
And in the end, I said, no, quite honest, I don't mention it as though I did make something
I
up.
don't mention it.
Well, she may still believe I'm a Sir Max, but it was so written nice all the capital letters to Sir Max Kemp, you see.
You should have said, Max, I'm very modest
What a
about
mileage
that.
on
Yes.
that,
Like,
Max, if you
no.
play.
Yes, that's what I don't like people know. It's like my age. I never tell anybody my age. I don't mind down here because it's a long way off. But you know, at
All
home.
these little women he's trying to impress.
Yes, well, I mean, at home, I submit.
When Max had his 90th, he said, if you send me a birthday card, don't send one with 90 on it. Because a certain young lady might find out how old he
Yes,
is.
now, when I went to Alf about a year ago, I went to Alf's place. And it was my 89th birthday or something. And damn balloons with it written on. I don't want a balloon knowing I'm 89. Do I? You know, Max, 99, 89 today or something. So I didn't say anything to Alf. And we were interviewed by the local paper with this all on. That should be just, I'll get the photograph still. It was published in the paper. The oldest twins in Whitbury, whatever it was. The twins had their birthday. We had a pop interview, it was quite a long article about it. But no, thank you. No. They don't have to say no.
But that was when you were 80, Max.
Yeah, oh, that's right. It was 89 or something. No, not
80.
89.
Was it
Yeah,
80?
it was 79. It must have
We
been.
went to his birthday at Exmouth when he was 80, do you remember? We sailed the Tropic into Exmouth. You were with us.
But
You were
being
with us.
twins at 90, you'd be in the national,
And then I'm all like, too involved.
in the Express.
Yes. I certainly don't want that in Osprey, no fear. It would be awful in Osprey.
He's very good, isn't he? They get on well, the three of them.
Well, it can be done, you know.
See,
It can be done.
they're intermingling, there's no sort of jealousy.
No.
It's nice.
Yeah, very good.
Because Jan had problems with her two children. They used to fight the whole time. Dreadful. Hannah resented Miles completely from day one.
Look at you.
They're okay now, but God, it's hard work to pull checks. We should leave the baby.
He would never hurt him, no.
No.
I mean, he climbs on him and sort of wrestles with him in such a gentle way, and Max is never hurt. It's really funny, really sweet to see.
Most unusual.
It's bedtime
Come in
now.
the room if you want to see my car. Does anybody else want to see my remote control car going?
Are you going to do it in the night then?
Right.
It's still light, just about.
Is it light?
Just about.
Okay.
It's got about 15 minutes of light.
There is a light up there.
Come on, boy, we're going to
Just
go.
sorry, Anne. The trouble with you, you're going to have 3 daughter-in-laws. Are you taking my photograph again? You know
I'm
that?
afraid so, my life.
Yeah.
But you look lovely in this light.
Thank you. I love you very much. You've taken it in this light.
This is soft candlelight. I'm going out to see Johnny's car.
Okay.
Make it chase her, John, if you can.
Oh yeah, that'll be funny if it would.
Bring her up here and chase her up here.
Jolly good, David. Thank you, Ava.
Do you want to go in there?
You going to taste it again, Eva?
God,
Give it a little bit.
kill have the wheels off.
I'm going to bother with it.
You do it. You take it if you want to.
New battery, is it?
Quick!
Oh, the God like me.
And then he said, and of course there was the Greek god type, you know, my type.
Oh, I was confused. I was thinking you looked like John, not Gordon. Is that
Like
more-
that, John?
No,
No,
like your
no.
Uncle John or
No,
Johnny.
Uncle John, he was,
Well, Uncle John was
Thirteen.
not a...
no, he was
Uncle
nice.
John was a pretty nice guy, really. But
He was.
Gordon, yes, Gordon was marvellous in a way. But
Yeah.
you had to sort of...
Seems to be
fall
some
into
qualifications
it,
going on.
or you
there.
were nobody.
You're
Gordon had
okay.
falling favourites
Yes,
and sort of...
yes.
Uncle John was for the male-orientated world. If you were a woman, you were there to serve him, and he is exactly the same. No different, because Walter and Gordon are very similar. Excuse me, Walter, but I know I'm right. I love you very much, but yeah, but Walter treats women appallingly. Gordon is exactly the same.
A little hard, that.
Max,
a bit rough, isn't it?
no, it's not. Max is the only one in that treats women fairly.
I certainly love all women as well.
I rest my case.
It's a shame, isn't it, mate? Because I do love all women. That's what we talk.
Well, Max thinks any old women is marvellous.
Any old women.
Any old bird.
There's somebody that appeals to you a bit.
I said to Walter once, I said, do you realise your mother gave birth to you? She was a female. She gave birth to you. She was a woman, you know. Women have not just one role of serving you. They have other potentials.
We know there's one or two terrible women about, but the average woman who's nice, if anybody's nice.
We're back to Mrs. Thatcher again, I think, very shortly, yes.
Well, shortly
What
we'll
about
be back
that
to
Anne
Mrs.
Widdicombe?
Thatcher.
She's lovely.
Max, what do you
She's
think
really
of Mrs.
lovely.
Thatcher?
An old bitch.
I agree with you 150%.
I think she's a knockout. I'm a great fan of her.
Oh, you didn't, Stuart.
Yes, I did.
Oh,
I'll never
you
forgive her for the
cannot
poll
be
tax.
serious.
Taking
serious.
the money out of me.
Oh, I don't
to pay
believe
for
Saved
you.
this country
She
from
didn't. She
a more or
ruined
less
this country.
disaster.
No,
She never did.
horror, I think,
She
of
lifted
her.
this country from the ghastly mess it was in. It was
She
called the
did not.
English disease, where everyone was on strike and no one did a day's work, and the trade unions ruled the roost. And she bloody well brought them to heel. Now, she went balmy after that, I agree. She did go over the top. But she did that one thing. She
Yeah.
stopped the trade unions running this country.
Yes, she certainly did.
She
I
certainly
thought
did
that
one
was
or
a
two
marvellous
things.
thing.
So you're not a Blairite at all,
But
obviously.
even the devil's quite
I
kind
don't
at
dislike
times,
him, and I
uh,
certainly don't want that other little Willie, what's his name, in. But,
Thank you.
but
Because he is a
I
Willy
won't.
What's-it.
I don't think the people who run Margaret down have a bad memory, or they never try to run a company or do anything.
Yeah,
When the trade unions were making business intolerable,
yeah.
the
She
trains
closed,
never
she
ran.
closed the mines down, she
They
closed the
needed to be
television down.
closed.
She did
She
so
didn't
many
close it
bad
down.
things.
She didn't
Yeah,
close it down.
She did so many bad
She
things.
brought the
Thank-
mines down to heel,
Yeah.
because
Oh.
the mines were grossly overmanned, were very inefficient,
Oh,
and were
so-
run by an idiot called Scargill, who was an idiot because he ruined the National Unit of Mine Workers.
You
Which was
think
most
so?
powerful.
You
Oh,
think so?
yes.
Okay.
They had I don't know, 200,000 members, maybe 300,000. They're down below 100,000 now. They don't even get a seat on the Trades Union Congress because there's such a negligible event. And that man did more to make that happen than anything else.
But Scoggle wasn't even in. He got voted out.
I don't know what you mean. Scargill was the man who, when they called the strike, which Margaret won, never had the wit to go and have a ballot of his members. Never had the wit to do it. He might have lost. And so when it came to the push, they were able to say, look, we've never been asked about this. And that's why all the Leicestershire miners didn't join him, and an awful lot of his own people were unhappy. Because of his monstrous ego, he did not call a ballot, which he was required to do in the rules of the union. He never did. It was a dreadful mistake. And he paid a hell of a price for it.
Quite right.
I mean, I don't want to have an argument about politics, it's silly. But I was actually, yeah, well, we never discuss religion. No, and politics is dark balmy. Because you fall out in the end. But anybody who was actually trying to run a company which was hopefully going to sustain itself and make a profit in the years of Harold Wilson and then Callaghan had a hell of a time. Nothing worked. The trade unions did what they wanted, and Margaret solved that. Beg your pardon?
I don't believe I'm hearing this.
Well, you weren't running a company then, if I might say so. You hadn't the experience that I've had of listening to trade union people shout at you, call you all the names under the sun, and rule the roost, when they had nothing to offer the well-being of this country. Nothing at all. Just trouble and lazy.
It's,
Walter, do you want me to
I
boost
don't
the
know
fire?
about today.
Blair is useless.
A bit
You
more
never
fire.
said that at all. You're putting words in my
No,
mouth.
I'm trying to wind you up, actually.
I'm actually trying to
And
wind you up.
succeeded, and
I
succeeded.
think I'm
I
doing
think.
quite well, actually.
Well, never wind me up, because I think it's about time we had a Labour government, and I think they've been doing bloody well at the moment.
I'm going to vote for them. If it's any
I
consolation,
voted for them.
I will vote for Blair again unless
Yeah.
something happens,
I
because
don't believe
the
it.
thought of having Willie Hague in with all those idiots
He's
gives me a
wank.
pain.
Okay. He's a wanker, isn't he? Don't
Well,
you
I
think
think
so?
he is, yes, I do.
Whatever that
It's not a
means.
word I've ever used in that context, but I certainly don't have any respect
Willie the
for him.
Wanker has a certain ring about him.
Willie the Wanker. Poor Willie. Honestly, it's not fair.
Not fair, is
I've
it?
never had
Surrounded by
politics,
idiots.
Really, I've never had politics until Maggie Thatcher.
Well, it fascinates me because an awful lot of, in inverted commas, liberals hate her with a deep hatred. And it sort of makes sense to me because those liberals have never actually
I've never
tried to
been-
run a business, tried to run a company,
No.
tried to do anything useful to the country. They've always been on the gravy train that liberals are on. Does that wind you up?
No, not at all.
meant to.
I guess we probably have.
Because when she was in power,
I fear we may be onto a fire.
the really
If it
thing
goes
that
on
really got me with Thatcher, she said, she turned to television, she said, your turn will come, I'll destroy you. And
No,
she
she didn't.
did.
She didn't
She's
destroy
jolly
them.
well. Didn't she, Walter?
She said your turn will come.
She totally.
Yeah.
Is
and
ITV
mind you,
destroyed?
Maybe she
She
should.
didn't
Is
say.
ITV destroyed?
She didn't
Is
say I
BBC
destroyed.
None of them are
Oh,
destroyed.
for goodness sake, they should be.
Well, we don't go on to this. I actually had very direct experience of the role of the trade unions in ITV. It's one of the reasons I left and went to South Africa. The ACTT and NATKI and the ETU were, in my view, the very worst type of trade union activity. And the ITV companies deserved them. I wouldn't defend them. They were greedy, selfish men. They wanted as much
What's
money as they
businessmen?
could get.
That's how they get on.
And
Stuart.
that's the unions were exactly the same as the bosses.
Sure.
They wanted as much as they could get. And they
Great.
didn't give a damn how much they destroyed the business for it.
But
And
every
Margaret solved that one.
every gravy train comes to an end, and
Yeah.
people in television were on a gravy train, and
Yes,
ordinary folk like me could see it.
Yeah.
Absolutely
We
right.
did, we
And
did
I was
as well.
glad.
I could see it. I was working in.
And the same applies to a lot of other gravy trains that
Yeah,
go
it
on
does.
as well.
But it took a woman to tell you this, which
I thought we were arguing against her, but now you seem to be
No, I
arguing
don't.
for her.
No,
What was all this gravy we're supposed to have?
This
I
gravy is.
don't remember all this gravy, really.
We never had much of a gravy train, but the trouble is,
We missed out on it.
there's not too many people on the gravy train. There ain't no gravy train. In the end, it dies.
Well, it
dried up.
sort of dried up
everybody gets
for
on the train,
ITV.
that's what it is.
Well, that's the
They
trouble.
don't make the money
But can
they
you
used
get
to.
Everyone wants a slice of the action,
Yeah.
don't
That's
they?
right. As we know, Lord Thompson said it
It
was,
wa- it was
having a
the-
licence to print your own money.
It was the same in pharmaceuticals at one
Wrong
stage,
starts with
and,
a W.
and it gets too competitive because everybody tries to do it, and then the gravy train ends.
Yes.
Well,
It's
Queen
one of the
Victoria
magic
once
things
said-
about the
No,
capitalist
it wasn't Queen
system.
Victoria, was it?
Self-
If you haven't got,
regulated.
if you, no, who said, if you haven't got bread, eat cake. Was it?
Marie
No,
Antoinette.
that's
Imagine.
Antoinette.
Well, okay,
The French.
it's the same. Politics
know
doesn't
question.
really alter. It is exactly the same. If you've got money and you've got power,
If the,
nothing,
if the proletariat.
nothing changed. Do you think things change, Walter? No.
Not at all.
When he was doing the theory,
When you got
Anyway,
well, they
Jack and
damn-
I are going
damn
to
easy to-
Cowardly been to Hasty Retreat, is that right? Because we've got quite a long way to go.
Mm.
He's got to drive tomorrow, I've got my son coming for the day. So all in all, we've got things to sort of get into tomorrow, if you would excuse us. And we left you with these lovely thoughts that Margaret was, if not a saint, she was a knocker.
I'm always
Max isn't
amazed.
very fond of that.
I was always amazed that you liked Maggie Thatcher because I think she was.
I
Do
didn't
you,
like
you,
it towards
you don't want a
the end.
coffee or anything?
No, thank you. Really.
Even from the
People
beginning,
do,
I
but
didn't
I
like
thought
her.
she was very helpful to this country.
Amazing she was.
She was a saint.
Well,
She's a philosopher.